Okay. Question 5 then, the stealth quadratic question. Remember, we're looking here for, is the power of the biggest power, is it twice the other one? Well, it's not written like that, but this would be x to the 1, and this would be x to the half, so it is. So we're going to do our substitution, and we're going to let whatever letter we like, t equal root x. Okay, because that's that power, t squared then must be x. So we're going to replace our x term. We're going to get an equation that now says t squared minus 8t plus 13 is 0. Now, I think there's a clue in the question here. We're told that we're going to end up with surds as our answers. Now, it could be that we could factorise this, and it's worth just checking to see if it makes sense. But we can't. 13, the only factors of 13 are 1 and 13, and they can't combine to give minus 8. So we're a little bit stuck. If we can't factorise a quadratic, what do? We do what?
Formula.
The formula. We've got a choice actually. We could complete the square, and if you want to solve it by completing the square, that's brilliant. Nice way of doing it. But let's just keep it simple and go straight for the formula. The formula is going to say that t equals, remember the formula, we've talked about this already today, how you're going to find some way of learning it. T is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. So we've got 8 plus or minus the square root of what we've got in here, 64. 4 times 13 would be 52. So we've got the square root of 12 divided by 2. Let's see if we can simplify that surd at all. And we started today with that. Root 12. 2 root 3, yeah, it's 4 times 3, so that is 8, plus or minus 2 root 3 over 2. Now only at this point can we divide through by the 2, because we've got a common factor on the top of 2. So we're going to divide both of the top terms, 4 plus or minus root 3. Now before we get too carried away with what we've got there, we're saying that t equals 4 minus root 3, or t equals 4 plus root 3. And we introduced t to this question. The question wasn't about t at all. The question says that t equals root x, or x equals t squared. So thinking about that there, that tells us that in order to find what x is, we're going to have to square these expressions and see what we get out of them. So if root x equals 4 minus root 3, x must equal 4 minus root 3 when you square it. And x must equal 4 plus root 3 when you square it. As we've worked through this paper, it's funny how many times this thing has come up as well, where you've got to multiply out, where you've got to square out a bracket, and you've got to not make that mistake of just squaring the first and last terms. This is going to be 4 times the 4, minus 4 root 3, minus another 4 root 3, so minus 8 root 3. And then really careful with this last term, we're going to have minus root 3 times minus root 3 at the end of the brackets. So we're going to have plus 3. Are we happy with that? And then, we'll finish this one first. That gives us x equals, what we've got, 19 minus 8 root 3. I don't think there's any more we can do to simplify that. Over here, being just as careful, we've got 16. Now this time, the only difference is this minus sign will be a plus, so we've got plus 8 root 3 plus 3. So here we've got 19 plus 8 root 3, and that would be, that's quite nice, because that would be 7 marks, was that? Okay, remember this paper's out of 72, so that, for what we just did there, you're talking roughly 10%. Great. Right, hang on, Harry.